Aloha and welcome to Live at the Legislature. I'm Jill Kuramoto. Every week we sit down with Hawaii senators to talk about the issues and the events that are happening within the Senate during this legislative session. And this morning we have Senator Michelle Kidani joining us, and Senator Kidani represents District 18, which encompasses Mililani to Waikele to Waipio. Senator Kidani is the chair of the Senate Committee on Education, and she is also the Senate Vice President. Good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
So, education, of course, grabs everyone's attention because the issues affect literally everyone. So let's talk about some of the issues that are moving through the session. And one of them addresses the teacher shortage, which we know has been a long problem here in Hawaii. So Senate Bill 3070 creates a teacher stipend program. Let's talk about that. How does this address the teacher shortage?
Well, the teacher shortage has been around for a number of years, and it's not just in Hawaii, it's nationwide. But we have a harder time filling the slots in Hawaii because the cost of living for many new teachers. A couple years ago, we did some studies and found out that we have about 5,000 substitute teachers, and of that 5,000, 57% already had their BA degrees. So we're looking at a way to bring them back into the system and get their teaching certificates. So last year we started the teacher stipend program, and we were able to get $400,000 in funding. So this bill this year is to continue that program and hopefully get more funding into the budget and continue looking at those that are already in the system teaching in our DOE schools, with not just the substitute teachers, but you have emergency hires, you also have educational assistants. But we do have a local pool of teachers, and this is what I want the Department of Education to take a good look at and recruit from here. And so we call the program Grow Your Own.
And this sort of expands upon that, I think,
correct,
right?
Yes.
So tell us about Grow Your Own and how is that?
So this is the program that we are working closely with the College of Education. So to qualify, you have to be a teacher within the public school systems, maybe a substitute teacher, an emergency hire, educational assistant. And the program is a three-semester cohort class. So the first cohort will be graduating next summer, and so we'll have 53 more teachers in our program. And we do have a list, and we are asking them to, if they're out there and wanting to get their teacher certificates, to please get in touch with the University College of Education so that we can build on our list, as we will have more funding coming up through this bill. And
it really ensures that students that go through the UH system stay within the state system.
Correct. And the reason why we prefer to look at the local talent that we have is because they're already living and working in our community. And one of the things that I said was it's hard to get the recruits to stay when we bring them from the mainland because cost of living is so high. And a lot of them can't find inexpensive housing, and so they don't stay that long. But we're looking at those who are already here and in the program already, and we know that they obviously love teaching because they've been in the classrooms for many years. So this is a way to get them fully certified with their teaching certificates.
That sounds terrific. Well, let's talk about another bill. This is the Farm to School Pilot Program, which is expanding through Senate Bill 2387, and it really appears to be a win-win-win situation. So tell us about how this measure would actually help expand the pilot program.
So the pilot program, well, it was a brainchild of former Lieutenant Governor Shan Tsutsui, and he piloted it, and they started with Kohala on the Big Island last year, and I had an opportunity to go and see what they were doing. And they brought in a chef by the name of Greg Christensen, who took the program, and what they did was use local produce from the Big Island and local cattle, and it was really something nice to see that the kids were so excited. And we were at the elementary school, and when lunchtime came, they all ran into the cafeteria and they stood in line, and they were trying to tiptoe to see what they were going to eat, what was on the lunch menu that day. And it was really exciting because this is not something I've seen before when I visited cafeterias.
Yeah, usually they're not that excited.
Making faces or whatever. So it's a program that worked, but more importantly, I think when we talk about sustainability and we talk about our local farmers, people think that we don't have enough ag land, and I assure you that right now we have plenty of ag land. It's the lack of farmers that is not, helping us. And for that purpose, we're trying to use local produce. But one of the things that we found out is that the State Department of Education has the same lunch menu every day for every school. And a local farmer cannot produce one product for the entire state. So we're looking at them revising it so they can look at the local produce in their area. And so as long as they're matching their, the half cup of fruit or vegetables and their meat, et cetera, to what is required by USDA, take any of the menu items and do whatever they can for that school or that area.
And I guess literally we're growing our own farmers too. Hopefully
That's
the
correct.
kids will grow up and want to be farmers.
Well, it's an economic development for the farmers too, because if you want the farmers to farm, they need to be able to sell their produce here. And it also is more nourishing for our students because they're getting fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, fresh meat.
Well, let's go on to another subject. It's a very special week here at the Capitol. So often we hear about many of the problems within our public school system, but there's many successes. And Education Week is this week, and we are celebrating the excellence in education. So let's talk real briefly about some of the people we're honoring and some of the events that are happening this week. Who are we going to be seeing here at the Capitol this week?
Well, this week we'll see some of the award-winning teachers, like our Milken Award winner, our Teacher of the Year, students like the Wailua Robotics national champions, actually international champions in robotics, and Emily Smith, Mililani product, who's doing some community service.
Nice plug there for
Yes.
Mililani. Yes, so the award winners range from there's a few private schools as well.
Private schools also.
We're celebrating education statewide.
Yes, everything education, charter schools, etc.
And there's a number of events that are happening, and it's all open to the public.
It is. So come down and help us celebrate our teachers, our students.
Terrific. Thank you so much, Senator, for
Thanks
being
for
with
having
us.
me.
And you can stay up to date with all the events and issues of the legislature on the Capitol website, capitol.hawaii.gov. I almost forgot what that was. We'll see you next week.